Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video, another leak, so let's get right into it. Thank you all the members, all the patrons, you make this worth it, and basically all the subscribers make this worth it, and everybody actually that helps and support the channel. But yeah, thank you guys, subscribe, we are trying to get to 10,000 subscribers until the end of the year. We have 28 days, I think, let me check. 29 days technically, yeah, around that. So help me get there, and let's get into it. So today we're going to talk a little bit on more leaks. I have no idea if these leaks are true or not. Probably not, to be honest. Olivia one, the Olivia one that I did before this week, is probably a little bit more credible than this, because this didn't have any credible source or anything like that. It was just two tanks that were in a list of somebody that probably is wrong. But still, let's talk a little bit about it. So there are two Squadron tanks, okay? Squadron tanks that make a lot of sense. To be honest, it would make these three have a very potent and, you know, a little bit more of a better lineup, right? So we have two of them. One for the UK and one for France. So we have first the UK, the United Kingdom. Apparently will receive the Challenger Oman. Well, there's no such thing as a Challenger Oman, technically, I don't think, at least. We have the Challenger 2 and it was sold for Oman. So that might be it, you know. The differences are hard to find, to be honest. I couldn't actually confirm anything, but some people on the forums are saying that it has Chobahan armor and Gen 1 thermal, so basically, you know, a worse armor than the Challenger 2 a little bit, probably, or something like that, I don't know. Or at least a different composition of armor. Maybe it's not Chobahan, but a different one, something like that. Different power plant and different thermals. Everything else, I assume it would be the same. It is still the same tank, so it would make sense to be the same thing, right? So I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong here, but I do feel like it's very, very similar. As I said, it is really, really hard to find information about this, especially because these things are still in service, so a lot of things are still classified, and especially in tanks, such modern tanks such as this, and aircraft, modern aircraft as well. So yeah, pretty interesting, but I don't know, it feels weird, but it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, we already have 4 Challenger 2s, but still, the British Tech 3 line, it is basically done, right? I don't think there is much else to be added in the sense of more top tier tanks or anything like that. So I don't know, it just feels weird, but obviously we can have some light tanks and other different models of everything that can be added on lower tiers. But on rank 7, to be honest, we are kind of limited to some stuff like that. And a squadron vehicle like this, it is better than a premium, a lot better than a premium, to be honest. And it will help the British have a little bit more of a more stance on the a little bit more of a capability in top tier, right? And then we have the second one. The second one is kind of a more fun one, to be honest. It is for France, and it is the Leclerc Tropique, or I don't know, Tropic, which is normally called the Leclerc AU, which is a Leclerc made for the United Arab Emirates. So very interesting. It has many things that are different in the tank, so let's try to list them here. So the engine is the main one, so instead of using the Finnish Euro Power Pack engine there, the MT883, I think it's called, or something like that, right? Oh no, it's the other way around. It's using the the Finnish SACM, now Varstila V8X 1500, which is the normal 1500 horsepower Leclerc engine. Instead of that, it uses the Euro Power Pack with the MT883, which is a German-built company that builds these engines, right? So it is 1,100 kilowatts, which translates to around 1,475 horsepower, so very similar. But yeah, basically they... I don't know if this is already built it or anything like that, but apparently uses this engine. Extended hull and increased fuel capacity, externally mounted diesel auxiliary power units with a tank infantry telephone fitted on its armory box. Redesigned engine compartment, always good. Engine-driven mechanical heavy-duty air conditioning mounted in the left part of the hull. Obviously, even though, I mean, it probably already has an air conditioning. I mean, it's made to be used in the desert, so I guess, yeah. HL80 Commander panoramic sight with the Alice thermal camera and laser rangefinder, so pretty cool. The ATO armament teleopéré, I don't know how do I say this, but remote controlled weapon station for the 7.62 FN mag, machine gun operated under armor by the HL80 panoramic sight, the Leclerc battlefield management system, I don't know what that is, probably some kind of information and data system. Completely automated driving and turret functions with pictograms on the buttons for use by the crew with only basic training. A thermal tarp, obviously, to help a little bit hiding the tank, right? And some Busto storage bins are replaced by baskets. So yeah, it changed. The main thing about the tank itself in game will be the engine. But basically only in name, because the engine itself, the power output of the engine is basically the same. Everything else, I think it would be very, very similar or the same. I mean, these other minor things, they don't change too much. And obviously, we can have the cool machine gun on top, which it is going to be a little bit different. I mean, the other Leclercs, they don't have that, so it's something to try to kill aircraft, but it is just a FN mag, so it doesn't mean anything, to be honest, right? But still, it's a machine gun. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, but not too much. And I don't even know if this is real, but yeah, it would be having a very, very cool, basically thermal tarp, if they can add that. That could be very, very cool to see as a camo, right? So maybe that's the main difference or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like these Squadron vehicles are pretty cool. Better than the T-80U for Finland or for Sweden, right? That it's kind of weird, but still. At least these nations are receiving something that is more, you know, it makes more sense for those nations that are receiving it, right? But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about these two tanks. And let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or right about this information, because it is hard to find information about these tanks. In the sense, I mean, normal information that I got is from Wikipedia and their sources. So it's probably wrong in some area as well. So if you have any sources or anything like that, let me know in the comments. And I see you guys on the next one. Subscribe and bye guys. See ya.